Taking too much damage. Damn, that shit was fast. Come on. Fuck around and find out. Oh, I'm dying. Man, I hate this shit, man. He puts these on you and like it's in a small area, like it's just annoying. Like I bet he's gonna reset whenever he goes out here too. Oh fuck. This is just fucking stupid, man. Like what are you supposed to do here? Use a potion. Got mobs respawning on me over and over. We killed it. Somebody killed it. Thank God. Fuck out of here. I'll loot it. I'll get it. Oh no. I can't use abilities because I just got encumbered. Just get my health back. Well, did it work? Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. Do I have to do anything else here? Yeah, I guess I have to do these two. I might as well knock these out while I'm here. No regen out of combat. You only regen if you eat food. It's a good and a bad thing. Like, it's good because in a way it gives people a reason to farm out food all the time. But it's a bad thing because it's fucking annoying. So it's like, I don't really know like what, which one comes out ahead. It's like a smoggle spear for steel blades. I guess I could do that. Let me loot these real quick too. You really trying to get your dick hole smashed? Fuck out of here, I don't want to look at you. Let me see if I can vendor anything else too. Focus. I'm never gonna use that realistically. Okay. That's good. Let me complete these two, then I'm just gonna hearth back over. Why people like New World? Why people are hyped about it? I think people are hyped about it because it's something new and they're fucking bored, right? Like, that's why people are hyped about it. Now, what's good about it? Like, that's probably what you're wondering. Like, what is good about New World? I would say that What are the positives about New World? Like, there are some. I'm not like drawing a blank intentionally for like comedic effect or something. Like, I'm actually just thinking about like what to say. I think the gathering and the way the game looks and everything is appealing to me personally, right? I like the 1600, you know, America, like colonial aesthetic. I think it's like it's new and unique. It's not something we've seen done a lot of times before. I think also the gathering in the game and just like the crafting in general, I think is fulfilling. Like it feels good to gather things in the game, and that's fun. And this is coming from somebody who's like not really, like I'm not really into that kind of gameplay normally, but with New World I am. So there's that. Is that a... No, it's just a fucking one of those. Definitely that. And then besides that, what are the other reasons? Let's see, what else? The combat can be fulfilling. Like if you know an attack pattern for an NPC and you dodge their attacks, it feels good. It's kind of like Dark Souls. But, I mean, obviously it's like Dark Souls. It's not as good as Dark Souls. Yeah, I think the crafting system is good. What is his problem though? It depends on the mechanic. So basically, so like in Final Fantasy, the hitbox for an ability to hit a player is 1 pixel. It's 1 pixel right in the very center of that player's screen. So if you're not inside of that 1 pixel, you're not going to get hit. Which is a good thing. In a lot of ways, right? But the problem is that like in a game like New World, you have a larger hitbox, number 1. And number 2, that hitbox is... let me think of a way to say it. I don't know if I can pull everything. I'll just pull everything on like maybe this side. I want to save my Berserk for the boss. Let's go. Oh shit, he aggroed them too. Okay. I have to dodge that. They're all dead. Oh, I thought that was a triple. Decorative rapier, 350. That's really, really, really good. It's a pretty good item for me. Kite shield for the priest. Let's go ahead and just salvage this right now. Just gonna salvage that too. So whenever you're in a cave, you always want to look for things like this because it gives you saltpeter. Saltpeter is really important because a lot of people are just like really like they have a brain that's like size of like a miniature peanut, and so they don't really know where anything is in the game. They have no idea, and a lot of people don't know where saltpeter is, but everybody wants to use a gun. So saltpeter sells for a lot of money usually because of the fact that it's hard to farm, and a lot of people, it's not that it's even hard to farm, people just don't know where to farm it. Oh, another little trick here. Let me show you guys another trick. Is there a box I can do it to? Yeah. There are some of these that you can do this on. You can loot them through the wall. Now, it's not super common, but it is possible. 3. Okay, only 3 chests. That's easy. So these guys have a couple of attacks. They'll do like a jump. That's the jump. You can get right out of that. And then also if they're far away from you, they'll throw their plank at you. Both of them are pretty easy to avoid. More saltpeter in here too. And yeah, so like always make sure to check like these pirate caves and everything if you're in here. Always try to look for more saltpeter. There's a lot of it. I know that like I meme a lot about like the game and like everything, but I actually do know a pretty good amount about this game, and so if people have like questions about things that are not like I don't care about PvP in this game because I think that MMO PvP is just, it always sucks. It never doesn't suck. Yeah, I think it's always just bad. So like, oh, fuck. I don't really have like a lot of like positive or like I never really learned anything about PvP, but like any of the other stuff, like I probably will understand it. Wearing heavy armor, yeah, I think heavy armor is just in general the better option. What's this here? That's a really good item. Brigand axe, great axe, dexterity, constitution. Chain lightning. What the fuck? Wait, what's this? Oh wow, that's really good. I wonder if that's actually going to increase my damage though. Let me just throw away all my silver ore. Silver ore is worthless. So let's test it out. I just want to kill him. Those are annoying to test on. Okay. Alright, so we're doing 2-2-3s, right? Yeah, we're doing 2-2-3s. Okay. Okay, let's try one more NPC. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, let's just try it against him. Okay, 2-5-2s. Oh, I'm not gonna have to aggro him too, am I? I'd prefer not to. Okay, so these are like 252s. That's a pretty good amount of damage. I feel like that definitely does more damage. Like this new one does like way more damage. What do you guys think? Let's kill Big Boy here. So the alligator, I can just trigger a tail attack here. Let me see if I can, watch. See, there it is. I got a healing potion out of that, that's pretty good. Might as well click on this before I leave. I actually think that the combat in this game would be pretty good if they had more mob variety. Because, like, for example, the alligators are things that I've, like, practiced on a lot. Because I actually showed this during the beta. But every alligator in the game has the exact same attack pattern. It does the exact same thing every single time. There's no variance, there's no anything. It's just like it does the same thing every single time. Oh, I should have gone and done that too, but who cares? So does WoW. That's not entirely true because some of the higher level like NPCs in WoW have like secondary attacks and stuff. But like here's really what the difference is. I think it would be a lot better if they added new NPCs, because with more interesting attack patterns, because that would make people that are like more experienced in the game feel. Does anybody have 500 wood? It would make the people that are more experienced in the game feel like their time matters more, you know, and like they've actually earned some type of success through that. Just play PvP then? Well, what do you mean? So like you don't think like there's like no value in having like PvE that's fulfilling? I mean, I don't know really what you're getting at. Because like, I mean, obviously like, yeah, PvP has that content as well. But so what? I should probably just give these items away. Like, I don't really care about this stuff at all. Bad takes in my opinion. Well, what about so what you're saying is like you don't think that there should be more complex enemies at high levels? Like, is that really what the argument is? That you should have the same type of alligators that follow the exact same attack pattern at level 12, at level 60? I mean, what's the opinion here? This is awkward. I can pick it up in a minute. That is a ridiculous amount of wood. Do you like the PvP? No, as I said before, I think that MMO PvP is always bad. Animals maybe should have increased HP and damage. Oh, so you think because like they're animals they should be the same? I mean, like, I think if you want to make that argument, then you should make the argument that certain animals shouldn't exist in like low-level zones, right? So like, for example, you should only see alligators at like higher level zones. Like, I could see that. I think I'll make like 190 charcoal. and then I'll make a little bit of timber too, just to kind of spread out the value on this wood. I've got 800. I'll take it down to 100. Defended a fort today, it was fun. Yeah, I mean, if I ever get invited to like a war or something like that, I'll always go. Like, why not, you know? Let's open this up, see what I got. That's crazy. Wow. Excuse me. Okay. Does anybody really even care about these items that are like the 329 items? Like, or should I just vendor everything? What do you guys think? Yeah, does anybody care about this stuff? Scrap them? Like, I just feel bad doing that because, like, I just feel like, oh, maybe somebody'd want this or whatever, you know? Why not equip the musket? Dexterity, constitution. Great question. There we go. All right. Let's see. Oh, 47 seconds on this one. See if I can get some energizing travel rations too. I might just abandon all these. I'm not going to do any of these. How many did I need? Yeah, how many was it that I needed? Was it 10 or 15? Because if it's 15, then I'm fucked. I had more tier 2 raw foods. Can I have the rapier and the bow? Yeah, sure, man. Where are you, Jade? Easy. Nope. Nope. Oh, Jade's all the way over there. Rapier and the bow. You can't have the rapier because it's BOE, or it's BOP. I'll give you the bow, the Forsaken Bow of the Ranger. This is actually a really good item. Holy fuck, this is an insanely good item. Yeah, I'll just give it to you. Who gives a fuck? I'm running over recalls. No, that's fine, don't worry about it. Can't stop thinking about the scroll that just broke up with me. Any advice? Yeah, jerk off. That's actual advice, by the way. I'm not like just fucking around. Like, that's actually what you should do. No, that's coping. No, it's not. I mean, it's just like, damn, feathers are cheap. That's really, really cheap for feathers. What do you guys think? Should I buy those feathers? That's so cheap. I'm gonna buy that. Yeah, I might just buy all these. Let's go ahead and look at some of the other things that people have. Apparel, bags. What do we got for bags? 700. That's a pretty good amount, man. I don't know if I want to buy one for 700 right now. It's a lot of money. Let's see, what else can we get? Rings? No rings. Amulets. There's like, oh wow, there are amulets in the game right now. Can I use an amulet now? Oh, I have this one, I forgot. There's the earrings that I can't use. Okay. There you go, bro. Oh. There you go. You don't have to give me anything. Okay, I'll take feathers, fine. Sounds good to me, man. Or not, like, I don't give a fuck, man. He gave me half. Alright, that's fine. Thanks. Have fun. What up? Yeah, I do need fiber. I could definitely use fiber. Are there any other, if there's, it's the second Toxie. If there's any other weapons you guys want, just let me know. Like, to me, like, I don't ever really sell anything on the auction house because people just give me whatever I want, you know, so I'll just give away anything good that I get. I don't really care. Hey, you take care. Yeah, you too, man. God. I want to be shitting good today. Okay, let's just get more constitution. I feel like I'm dying a little bit too much. Alright, so I want to look over at the workshop, and now that I have so much of this, iron arrows. I could make these treated wood bows and use that to level myself up, because I'd like to get to level 50 so I could make... Oh wait, I don't even want to get to level 50 anymore. Oh, well, this is awkward. Okay, I'll do that later, I guess. Never mind. Sorry, Frank. Go ahead. More propaganda. Can a woman look cute, fragile, feminine? I saw, thank you. Okay. It's time for me to make my way over to the loom and turn this fiber into linen. So I saw that Blizzard has, they're removing emotes from the game now. There's like more emotes getting removed. I can't help but to feel like I feel like I'm the one getting punished. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm getting punished because Blizzard developers, like, can't keep their hands to themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I can't, we can't use these emotes now because, like, some weirdo at your company has a problem. It's just very exhausting. Yeah, I feel like that's the thing, is that I feel like I'm being punished for Blizzard. Slash fart is gone.
My blade, my life.
Yeah, man.
Choose your next contribution to our cause.
It's just, it doesn't matter, and that's why it does. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, really, does anybody have any rawhide? It's because Blizzard refuses meaningful change, they have to do what might look good on the outside. I don't know. I can't imagine anybody seeing this and being like, wow. I'm glad they're taking it seriously now. What is really sad to me is like, I really don't like this, is that there's a lot of people who are, they'll like kind of do this weird thing where it's like, they'll be like, wow, I bet the gamers are gonna be mad about this. It's like, I think like a normal person would be mad about this, like just an average, like just a normal, well-adjusted person. Gamers don't care. Well, it's just like pejorative, that's like demeaning, or like, haha, gamers are losers. Or it's like, you don't even understand, like, why you even talk like this? Like, for one, like, you make videos about video games, like, gamers are your, that's your odd, those are the people, that's why you're making a living, you know? Like, how are you gonna talk shit about gamers as like a general thing whenever what you do is your job is making videos about video games? You know what I mean? Like, there's like no awareness to it. It's like really cringe to me. I'm gonna put these feathers away for now. Actually, I'll put away, I want to keep like maybe 100 of them. It's like weebs not pretending to be weebs. No, the thing is, like, weebs not pretending to be weebs is like funny in a way, right? Because it's like, haha, it's stupid weeb, right? But like the difference between like this is like there's this like air of superiority around it, and like this like completely undeserved like opinion of like self-value and everything, right? Like they have like this like higher than than deserved opinion of themselves. I don't know, I just find it like, it's like just incredibly patronizing to me as like a as just like a content creator, holier than thou. Yeah, yeah.
Welcome back, Warden.
As
You
just
are
a
now
content
part
creator.
of a legacy, I suppose so. I
Let's
met
see,
the
where do I gotta go?
Covenant, I believe. Came here offering me
Oh
salvation.
fuck, that's a ways away.
Too late for
Okay.
that. They were on their way to...
Maybe I get a nice hatchet out of this. That's too bad. Territory rewards, man? Oh, thanks. I forgot about that. What am I doing here? Yeah. Territory. No. Oh man, I'm so close too. Let me see, maybe I can skin this and get maybe a little bit of a higher level. That's too bad. Oh, these are all level 40 skinning. Let's work on some skinning. Alright, let's go. So if I find any mobs that are like under level 20, I'm just gonna kill them. I'm just gonna assume that there's no reason even to try to kill these. It's gonna be the same thing. Your risky ones are all level 40. Yeah, I know. I need to get level 40, man. But yeah, anyway, nice. So it's a pretty good amount of experience there. Fuck yeah. What was it? Oh yeah, the gamers thing. I just like, I can't imagine. I can't imagine like resenting your audience that much. And then having a, like this like weird fucking thing in your head where you think that like, oh, everybody that watches me doesn't think this or whatever. The gamers thing? Yeah. I think all Blizzard cares about is paying their employees nothing and giving them no rights. I think as soon as you're talking about emotes instead of unionizing, Blizzard's played you like a fiddle. I mean, you're right, but like the truth is though, is like, it's not my job to care about like Blizzard unionizing or Blizzard paying the workers. Like that's not really my job as a consumer. I just like, I don't really like the idea, and this is kind of like a big topic, but I don't really like the idea that I think some people try to do where they'll want you to like to buy or not buy like certain products based off of their like purity tests. I'm not a fan of that. Because the truth is, like, it's not my job to worry about, like, like, it's my job in a way, right? Because it's like I'm a content creator and like, in a way, a news outlet for a lot of people. So, like, uniquely for me, but, like, for you guys, right? It's not your job to care about, like, Blizzard's lawsuit. Like, you don't, like, if you don't care about Blizzard's lawsuit and all you care about is your game, you are completely within your right as a consumer to do that. Now, obviously, like, whenever you go and you're, like, talking shit to them, or you're being hostile towards them, or anything like that, or complaining, then, yeah, I think it becomes a little bit more complicated. But just as a general rule, I think it's totally okay. Come on, guys. Really? Everyone hated your Hong Kong take, but you were right. Yeah, of course I was. You don't think consumers have a moral obligation to avoid products that use slave labor, for example? No, I don't really think so. I think that, like, and also, like, it's a very interesting it's a very interesting concept, right? Because, like, it's like I do and I don't agree. Like, I agree in a way, but the way that I don't agree is the fact that some people use that moral obligation as a way to, like, shame other people. So, like, in a vacuum, I think that you're right. But what I think the problem is that oftentimes people use that, you know, considered moral obligation or whatever, and they turn that into a, they turn that into, like, a reason to, like, harass or, like, berate somebody or complain about what they're doing. Yeah, it's like vegan, like, yeah, it's like, it's totally okay, and, like, I think it's commendable, right? If you don't want to eat meat because you think that it's not sustainable and it's bad for the environment, I respect that. It's totally okay. But, like, if you're gonna go around and complain about other people doing it and, you know, talk shit about them and be negative towards them, then I think that's an issue. Nothing going on with Blizzard. People trying to use cancel culture, get money from Blizzard, and making stuff up, settle in court, and get payout. So you think like everybody's lying? Like everybody who's like saying bad stuff, like the hundreds of employees are lying, and what, like Blizzard's telling the truth? I don't know, man. Like that's, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's what's happening. Let's just say that. Not what I'd bet on, okay, man? The hundreds of people working at Blizzard raising concerns, suffering some elaborate mass delusion. Well, I'm sure that there are people at Blizzard that suffer from plenty of mass delusions. I definitely feel that way. But I think that I would probably go to say that the majority of the complaints against Blizzard I would consider probably true. Like I would assume are true. You have to believe the employees. No, you don't have. You shouldn't believe anybody. Like, it's always a mistake. Like, if you go into a situation thinking, like, without even hearing the two sides of things at all or anything, and you've already made up your mind over who you think is right based off of, you know, like some like worldview, right? It's like, well, this is, you know, employees should, you know, they like, they don't get a fair shake or whatever, and so like I always believe them. I think that's just really as bad as not believing them in a way, because like both of them are reflexive, both of them are not they're not based on anything other than like a preconceived bias. Lower the game volume? I can't, honestly. Like, if I do that, it's just, see how I dodged there, by the way? See how I didn't take any damage from that explosive? You guys like that? That's how you play the game, boys. You'll get a lot better at it. It might seem like it's hard at the beginning. Oh, wow, I got so much out of that. That's so good. Wow. Maybe I can get more of those. I didn't realize that they were so lucrative. Let me just go check in here and maybe get some more. Any in this area? Looks like there's not. Not in here either. Let's go down below. Nope. Can't see anything. See right there, I had to dodge his jump attack. There we go. Pretty lackluster one there. I always get so disappointed whenever I go into the bottom of the ship's hold and there's not like a really big treasure chest or something. I think that there always should be. Sleeping up there, no, there's nothing up there, is there? Is that a box? Yeah, it is a box. That's what I thought. Supply crate. Okay, so we're looking for provisions box, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure which type of item actually. See if I can maybe get on top of this. Double boxes. Tricky line between not shaming people and trying to enact change because it depends on the context of the subject, what can be achieved. I generally assume, like this is like just my default, is that whenever you initiate hostility towards someone, you are usually in the wrong. I forgot I did the knockback. Forgot all about that. There we go. What about this hatchet? This one's 328. No, that's good. Let's see, can I do this one? No, I can't. Looks like I'm not able to. It's too bad. Those people are trying to enact change. Like, yeah, it's like the thing is, like, a lot of people do have kind of like an ego about it, and it's good in a way to have an ego about it, but it's also can be bad if it's used in a way that enables hostility and harassment. I think that's sometimes what happens, is that people think that they're doing a good thing by like trying to hold somebody accountable, but really what they're doing is they're just like harassing some person that's like just trying to live their life. Because like a lot of the cases are especially with like kind of different like things that are using like shitty labor. The reason why those things are using shitty labor is because they're trying to be sold really cheap. And you have a lot of cases too where you have like these rich people, or people that are like maybe not necessarily rich, but they're privileged people that have the opportunity to like afford something that's maybe more, what's the word for it? It's more ethically obtained or procured. I guess just say rich people, right? I mean, let's just make it simple. It's like you've got a bunch of rich people that, you know, they can afford to shop at like these restaurants, or not restaurants, but like these places where, and go to these restaurants where, you know, they don't have these types of, you know, like less than ethical like methods of like obtaining items and like things. So you have a thing where it's like rich people are trying to shame poor people for buying the things that poor people can afford. And just, I don't know. Take a stance against this cancel culture. It's trying to ruin your favorite game. Put 20 years. You act like you don't know what's going on. Try to cater to this fake liberal in chat. So sad. Wait till cancel culture comes for you. So let me ask you one trick. How do you differentiate cancel culture from like somebody who commits a crime? So like, let's say somebody commits a crime, like it's like murder or like rape or like sexual molestation. Like how do you differentiate that versus cancel culture? Yeah, what's the difference between those two things? This cancel culture doesn't exist. I think cancel culture can, and it does and it doesn't exist. I think it depends on the person. Cancel culture is like it's like a buzzword that means something different to everyone. So it's like it doesn't really mean anything anymore regardless.
No way. I don't blasting believe it. No way. I don't blasting believe it.
Yeah, me. Okay. This would be an upgrade, but I don't really think I'm gonna go with it. Let's see what else I can go with. Oh, I should buy a new chess piece, apparently. So this is dexterity. That's a huge upgrade for me right there. 345. That's a whole lot. Yeah, we're gonna knock this one out right here. But yeah, I think cancel culture can exist for sure, and there are people who get, you know, they get the short end of the stick, right? Just for whatever reason. I think that definitely happens, but it's not as common as you might think. Like, for example, like who do you think you don't have the right to hold people accountable? Let's take care of people bad. Judgment on someone needing to be called out doesn't matter for shit and shouldn't. Well, I agree with that completely, because I think that whenever people take it upon themselves to call out bad actors, I think that what that usually means is that that's going to be a person who's like trying to rationalize attacking somebody or getting mad at them or something like that. Okay. Now I need to go back over here. If they were really mistreated, they would have went to HR department the moment it happened, but they didn't. They only come out now as a chance for a big payout. And it's with every single case. Every single case, same thing. Well, one trick, so you think that so the problem is that so let me get this straight. So like what you think that they should do is that if they're being like taken advantage of or treated badly at work, they should go to HR.
Choose your next contribution to our cause.
Like what happens if HR doesn't listen to them? Like let's say that they went to HR. Like what happens if they go to HR and then HR doesn't listen? Because I think that's kind of what happened, right? I really hate to say this, but does anybody else have any more wood? Then they have a valid case. Well, I think then the case is like you really probably don't know a lot about the whole situation, do you? Because like, I mean, this was not, you have to understand, like this is not a, this isn't like one employee on Twitter who got fired who's like coming up with like a bunch of bullshit, right? Like this is like a 2-year investigation done by an entire like state agency. I mean, to just say it's like cancel culture or whatever is just, I think ridiculous. I think that you're saying it's like my favorite game, etc. I just give you something to what? No, don't, I don't want to hear it, dude. I don't want to hear it. I'm cutting my own wood this time. Stupid, they've protected company employees. It's not that simple, right? I don't think you should expect HR to solve your problems. And if HR isn't solving your problems, you shouldn't be afraid to escalate them. Well, like the implementation or the implication, right, is that if you say 30 Wizard runs PvP solo, get all that wood. Yeah, well, you should have done it with a group, buddy. The implication is that, like, oh, your favorite game, etc. It's like it's trying to like invoke like some form of like tribalism or something like that, where it's like, oh, well, we're on the side of Blizzard because it's like our favorite game. But the truth is, like, yeah, I care about the game. I think the game's important, right? But I think also it's important that that people that work on the game aren't being mistreated, because I think that people that are being mistreated do bad work. That's the truth. Like, I mean, if you go to work every day and you're constantly stressed out about like some bullshit, then you're probably not going to do a good job at work. So like, I would argue that like even in a lot of cases, that's why I'm not happy about it, is because it's my favorite game, right? Like, I know that my favorite game's being, it's being diminished in quality because of people who don't have self-control. I think WoW's coming to an end. Game gets worse their expansion. People have been saying WoW's gonna die for like 10 years, but I do think that it's definitely, like, this is definitely a big turning point for the health of the game. Like, to me, I'm sad about it for sure, but it's not like they're ever gonna shut down the servers. Like, they'll probably always just keep making expansions. I mean, fuck, dude, EverQuest keeps making expansions. So, I don't think, like, WoW is gonna, like, just, like, they're gonna shut down all the servers and just say, okay, well, we're never gonna make any WoW content again. It's just that it's not gonna be as big as it used to be, and it's gonna be much more niche, and it's gonna have a much smaller community. I did all that for fucking half a bar of experience. Do you think next expansion will try finding something new or have another 20 systems again? I don't know. I mean, I hope that they do, but like, if they don't, who cares? We'll just play Final Fantasy. Like, I don't want to like put all my eggs in one basket with this game anymore. Like, it's so fucking exhausting having to deal with them, and just like the attitude of the developers. Like, as I said, I just like, there's something that's like just really off-putting about them changing like all of the things in the game, to me. And I find it, as I said, I find it personally insulting, because I think that it comes with the implication that the players are somehow at fault, or there's something bad about the players. And I really resent that as a player. Developers gonna have to get the first paycheck, think they're on top of the world. I think honestly it's a cultural thing too. Like, it seems like, I'm gonna be honest, it seems like Western developers just have their fucking head up their ass. Like, it's literally that simple. They have their fucking head up their ass, and they have these gigantic fucking egos, and they have no business having this big of an ego. Like, most of the games that come out are usually derivative of other older games. There are very rarely like new, super unique, like cool ideas. And ironically, the people that usually have the new, super unique, cool ideas never act like the people who don't. It's like, almost, it's like the worse of a developer you are, the bigger your ego is. Developers, you're talking about game designers, what the fuck? I don't give a fuck what it's called. Whenever I say, like, is this gonna be like another, like, butthurt fucking game developer that's like, oh, like, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, whenever